I got that chick on me right now. I got that chick on me right now. Yeah, ayy. I got that chick on me. I got that chick on me right now. Yeah, ayy, ayy. These on a drip, please do not slip. And I don't want that jacket if it don't got slip. My diamond real VV, check on my red. Try to stay on, but I do not forget. Them day when a nigga ain't have shit. Them day when a nigga work double shit. That these niggas gon' be fake when I'm on. I can't stop doing these bitches wrong. I got ice like I'm frozen. Did this shit by my V long. Revenge stones all on my soul. I'ma win, that's on my soul. She wanna come to my show. Had to tell that little bitch no. If you ain't want me way back then, don't try to hop on bandwagon. Yeah, Eliante just caught me a chain. Let's go cop pinky ring. I'm on the road to a meal. I do not care about the fame. Don't take your pill with my car. Why be and rub out the pain? You not on my level, little nigga. You are not in the frame.
What's up, everybody? It's Marx here once again, and today I'm going to be making a driving for dollars video. I basically just want to show you guys how I find these distressed properties. Y'all know the typical stuff: high grass, boarded up properties, physically damaged homes, things like that. We all know that. What happens when you get into these higher end neighborhoods, or these neighborhoods that don't necessarily, they're not necessarily low income, so the houses may not be boarded. It just depends. So I kind of want to show you guys how that would look and what I look for when it comes to properties like that, as well as the other stuff that I find. So just to make a broad statement or visualization of what I look for in these properties. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tag my DealMachine along with this, and we're gonna make sure we see how I work my DealMachine with this, as well as what I actually look for. So I'm by myself. I don't have nobody to hold the camera, so I'm gonna try to do this as quickly and discreetly as possible. I don't wanna get a ticket for holding the camera while driving, or if that's a law or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys. I'm in a neighborhood now that I've never been to. You'll be able to see on DealMachine there's nothing in here, especially in this area. So this will be my first time seeing it. You guys' first time seeing it. So I'm gonna show you exactly what I look for in situations like this. Okay, so we're here in DealMachine, and what you want to do is when you first get into DealMachine, obviously you want to go to this main screen here. All this stuff on the left side just basically shows you everything. You can see the deals, analytics, driving routes, mailers, go to more, help, all that stuff like that. So anyway, let me go back to the screen, and what you want to do is click on this little map icon on the top right, and you want to make sure that all of this stuff is selected the way you want it to be selected. So there's some new stuff in here. I haven't been on here in about 3 days. I've been inside the office doing stuff, so this highlighted properties is new. I'm not going to touch that because I want to play around with it myself. But what you want to do is show label properties and show driving routes. I always have that selected. So as you see, I've not been in this neighborhood, but I've been close over there that way. But anyway, let me get back to where I am. And as you can see on the camera here, these properties aren't bad. It looks like these are some new builds. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and start driving. And the start driving button is down at the bottom, and I'll go ahead and click that. Go ahead and start driving here, and what it's going to do is now it's driving. You see my time is going, so it tells me how long I've been driving. It's telling me how many miles I've been driving and how many deals I've added as well. Of course, I have everything else selected, so I'm going to go ahead and start driving. And if you ever need to stop, just hit the stop button up top. That way the time can stop as well. You see those nice properties on the right side, but then you have these over here on the left. So obviously I would add those to my list. I'm not going to do it right now. I guess it would make more sense for us to go ahead and start adding some properties on DealMachine. But as you can see, there's something going on in this area. There's new builds on one side, and there's distressed properties on the other side. Looks like someone's working on that one. But basically we're in an area where there's something going on over here. So what I'm gonna do is whenever I see another property that may be worthy of adding to the list, I'm gonna go ahead and just add it to the list so I can show you guys what to do via DealMachine. And you'll be able to match that with exactly what it is we're seeing with our eyes as well. So just a second ago, you guys saw those really nice, looks like maybe townhomes that we just passed by. To the left of it, you know, there were some really distressed properties. I don't want to say really distressed. I don't want to disrespect these people like that, but they didn't look like the houses on the right side. So I would add those. It looks like there was 2 families on the porch of those homes. So if you ever run into that situation where there's people outside the house, you obviously don't want to stop in front of the house and just be staring. But what you can do is you can go ahead and add them by like slowly driving by and taking a picture on your phone. I'll show you exactly what I mean here in a second. But as you see, there's some historically huge houses over here. I like the styles of these houses. These would be like great Airbnbs, but it looks like these may be used as offices or something. But as you see, that same investor built some houses over here too, because these look very similar to those houses where we started. But look at this. Look at this. As you see, there's a property right here, and it says for sale. There's a property right here. Looks like there was some type of fire damage. The roof is kind of, you know, falling down. We're gonna go ahead and add this to our deal machine. So obviously we're sitting outside of this house, and what we want to do is we're gonna click the house that we're at right now. Make sure the address matches, because sometimes you can't see the address on the house, and it kind of makes it hard to match it up a little bit. But let's see if we can't see the address. And I cannot see it. I can't see the address, so let's look across the street. So right across the street from us to our left is 1920. So let's see, right across, let's see, 1920. Yeah, so we're in the right place. Sometimes it's a little wonky where you'll be sitting next to a house like we're sitting next to this one here on the camera, but the house will actually be back here on DealMachine. As you see the arrow move, will actually be in front of this house. Sometimes it does that. So you want to see if you can see the address. If not, just try to look across the street or next door and see what that address is if you can. But this is the right address, and it tells us the owner's name. Says owner occupied, but obviously no one lives there. This house is, you know, destroyed. So what we're going to do is it tells us the sales price, the sale date, the total value, the equity percentage. This is new. This is all new data. So what we want to do is we want to add this property, and it's going to add. And the next thing we want to do is click the little phone to take a picture, and we want to go ahead and take a picture. So I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this house really quick. It's not the greatest picture, but this is for, you know, video purposes. So now that it's added, we'll just use photo, and that's it from there. That is now added. We won't start any mailers because we want to do this as cheaply as possible, and mail costs a lot of money. So we've added that. So now we're going to go ahead and continue driving. And if we ever get that house under contract, or if we get someone interested in selling us that property, would look like it's for sale, so they may be asking too much because this investor's across the street. But if we get that under contract, obviously we find out who owns these homes there, and we call him first and say, hey, I got the property next door or across the street. I know you've probably been looking at it. You build those properties next door, and just trying to see if maybe you're willing to you know, buy those, make an offer on those properties over there. But anyway, this is a main street, so I'm gonna get off of this street because there are people behind me, and I don't want to be on this busy street. What we're looking for is we're looking for patches in the roof. That roof looks like it needs to be replaced. It's not too damaged, so I wouldn't necessarily add that one per se. But what I do is I keep driving and keep looking for properties. That first one was a good example because, you know, it was great. You know, we had new builds next door, and then we had, you know, that house there. So look at this. So there's a house right here, and it's physically damaged on the outside. The paint is chipping. The roof isn't that new. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and see if this house here, we can see the address. Looks like it's owner occupied. Usually I leave owner occupieds alone, even if it looks like this. The only way I touch owner occupied properties is if it's physically, you know, not livable, like the house that we just saw, the first one. It said owner occupied, but obviously that person is not living there. The roof was completely missing. So I leave those alone. I don't touch the owner occupieds, even if they do look a little bit distressed. If that was an absentee owner, I would absolutely add it. Here's an example of, I guess you could say, no maintenance with the grass. The grass isn't that high because it's, you know, it's March. Here in Texas, it's still a little cold, but it's starting to turn into spring. Okay, so it's absentee owned. So we're definitely gonna add this property here because it's not that bad, but the upkeep isn't that great either. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for stuff like that. So we're gonna add that too. So go ahead and add that picture there. We're gonna use that. let's go ahead and continue. So I'm gonna keep going up here. My camera is dying. I'm so sorry, I did not charge this thing this morning. As you guys already know, I'm really doing this thing. I kind of wear a lot of hats. So I forgot to charge my camera, I'm so sorry. But anyway, this neighborhood looks like it's pretty good. I'm gonna do maybe one more house or maybe one more block, then I'll stop this. I know in different areas, you guys may have different types of homes. You may have the row homes, you may have those, might be in the upper East Coast, where it looks a little bit different. They don't really look like detached homes like this. But basically that's what you're looking for. You're looking for signs of distress. Damaged exterior paint, exterior brick damage, you know, roof have patches in it. You know, the high grass, of course, boarded up windows, broken windows, houses that look like they're completely empty. Even if the house isn't completely boarded, if it's partially boarded, add that as well. This is a nice neighborhood, it's a beautiful neighborhood. As you guys saw, I'm in a nice neighborhood, but you saw the distress that I saw in the beginning of this video. So you can find this absolutely everywhere. There's so much real estate. People will always need somewhere to live. You can do this anywhere. I don't care if you're in a small town. I don't care if you're in a huge town. It doesn't matter. If you're in a small town, be the actual investor of your city. Wholesale for a little bit, get some capital, start buying and holding properties, start getting some rentals, do some creative financing to get that stuff as well. But get in on the ground floor like I'm doing. You can do it anywhere, even if you're in a big city and you have a lot of competition. It just happens that way. I've called people in bigger cities because I do some virtual stuff. I've called people in bigger cities and, you know, I've been told, hey, you're the 5th person I've talked to today. Don't use that as an excuse. Keep grinding, because if the bigger guys are doing it in the big cities, their agents are calling these people and being told the same thing. So go ahead and grind it out. And hopefully this video helped you guys a little bit. I'm sorry that my camera's dying and I can't make it any longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this. Matter of fact, I have an appointment at 11. It's 10:37, so let me go ahead and get ready for that. I appreciate you guys, you know, watching my videos and giving me the feedback that you give me. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit. Hopefully I can continue to help you guys and you guys get your first deal or your second deal, your third deal, or you're just watching this for pure entertainment. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate you guys. Until next time.
That's why. But otherwise, we would still been there because we was working on it in the inside. But in the midst of it, my mom had open heart surgery and lack of oxygen to the brain got all messed up. So it kind of threw us off, and I had to move with my mom to take care of her. And